This week's Torah portion is dedicated to Daniel ben Arush, Lilui Nishmat, the soldier who was killed in battle. And we're going to look at the words, the commentary of Manitou, of Rabbi Leon Ashkenazi, who was a famous rabbi in Oran in Algeria, from where the Ben Arush family comes from. So Manitou is looking at this week's Torah portion, this meeting, this important meeting between two kings, between Judah and Joseph. And he wants to explain to us that this meeting between Yehuda and Yosef, and this argument over Benjamin, right? Yosef wants Benjamin to come and Yehuda doesn't want him to come. What is this all about? And Manitou wants to explain to us that what is going on here is far greater than a family feud. It is about the future of the Jewish people, no less. We must look at the words of Yehuda and the words of Yosef and Binyamin's role, much like the forefathers and mothers, as the foundation of the Jewish people, as the sort of foundation stone that is setting the tone of the future of Jewish history. And here's how to understand it. So Yehuda comes to Yosef and says to him, I have something, this davar, there's something I want to talk to you about. And Manitou says, why does he say I have something I want to talk to you about? Just say what you're going to say. What is davar? And we know what davar is, thing, because Jacob a while ago said that he kept this davar to himself. What was the thing that Jacob kept in his heart? That the brothers are envious of Joseph. Meaning davar means it's a code for peace. Yehuda comes first and says, I'm here for shalom. I want unity between us. But in order to do that, I need to know, Mi kamocha keparo. Are you with the Jippos or are you with us? Are you a Hebrew or are you with us? Or are you with the Egyptians? And here, the whole purpose, right? Joseph symbolizes the Jew who is in diaspora, the Jew who is all about culture, and is an aspect of the Jew that there is this strong culture. There is Jew that lives amongst the Gentiles, and Yehuda symbolizes the Jew in Israel, the religious component, but also the national component. And so he's coming and saying, if you're going to bring Benjamin, right, and Benjamin holds the key. Benjamin is the symbol of the future of the Jewish people, the history of the Jewish people. So when Joseph says, bring me Benjamin, Judah says, what's the purpose? Is it so that the Jew is going to be a diaspora Jew forever? Forget about it. If that's the case, I'm going to crumble, I'm going to bring you down, I'm going to destroy you. But if you are a real Hebrew, and we know in the end that Yosef says, Ani Yosef, he knows the worry of the brothers, he knows Judah's worry, and he says, I'm a Hebrew before anything else. The reason I want Benjamin is because I understand that Benjamin has to be here in Egypt for us to understand that the Jews are going to be in exile, and we need to do this properly, and then they're going to get to Israel. And in fact, this is Judah's solution. Judah comes and says to him, I know that you're a king, Joseph, and you're the king of the exile. You're the king that symbolizes Jews in the diaspora, and that's going to have to happen. But I'm the king of the Jews in Israel. And so I'm willing to offer you a compromise, a historic compromise. And this is Benjamin. I'll give you Benjamin. I'll let you be king now, if you will then bow down to me and understand that ultimately I am king. And when Yosef says, I'm Joseph, I'm a Hebrew, he's in fact bowing down to Judah and saying, I accept what you're saying. And the brothers are in shock because he's going against his dreams. And he bows down to Judah. And this is what it's all about. It's bringing Benjamin so that we can set the foundations of Israel being able to be in the exile, but only temporarily, so that exile will end and the Jews will come back to Israel under the kingdom of Yehuda, and we will be able to get to redemption. And in that sense, when we think of the Ben Harush family that came from Algeria coming to Israel, we see here this culmination of this triangle of a Jew who is a Hebrew, who is also culture, and is also nation, and is also religion. B'fchinat Yosef, that are here in Israel, both from the diaspora, coming into Israel and living in this unity that the Jewish people need most. So these are thoughts of Manitou on the start of our week's Torah portion, Leilu Nishmat, Daniel ben Harush. May we have peace and all good for the Ben Harush family. Shabbat Shalom.